Let's just make sure this is coming through on the thing first. And where are we? All right, so that one's there. That one's there. So it's going to come through on our Boost Camp group. Good morning, guys. If you're watching this, I hope you're having a good start to the day. Just trying to connect our men's group, and so for some reason our men's group doesn't seem to be coming through just yet, and here it is. Okay, so we're going to go live. We're going to go live, and we're going to go live across all the Facebook groups. Let's get them locked and loaded, big dog. How you feeling this morning, Jase?
Good, mate. Real good. Ready to rock and roll.
It's the way. It's the way. All right, we are live across. All right, so team, as you're coming into this one, you know the drill. You simply get down into that comments and you do some hello, Jase times 2. But what we're going to do is, while you guys are coming in, actually, we're going to bang out some push-ups because it's the push-up challenge. Have you looked at the number today?
Yeah, I have.
What is it?
110?
110. Do you reckon we can get them out at the start of this call?
Oh, Jesus.
But before we do our chat, we're going to bang out some push-ups. So if you're sitting at home and you are struggling to motivate yourself, then why don't you sit down and do them with Jase and I? So we're doing, if you aren't aware and you're watching this and you got no idea what we're talking about, we are part of the 2024 push-up challenge. And we've done this for the last, I think it's 3rd year running, where obviously for awareness around mental health and suicide, I think it's a really, really great initiative. So anyway, without further ado, Jay, let's get down and bang some numbers. Got on my...
All right.
Yeah.
When you're ready.
All right. Well, mate, are we going to count them together, are we?
If you want.
All right, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4,
3,
5,
4,
6,
5,
7,
6,
8,
9,
11,
10,
12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How you going, buddy? 9.
Yeah, I'm dying.
1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The Energizer Bunny, look at you.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. Oh, there we go. There's the first. There's the first 80 for the day. I used to be able to do the 100 in one go, mate. I'm getting old.
We both are, don't worry.
This is true. Now I haven't got my breath back. All right, big dog. You ready to kick into this?
Let's do this. Let's rock this.
Lovely. All right, guys. That was a bit of a different start. On the count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Welcome back to the Better Body Academy podcast. This is the podcast that you come to when you are sick of the dumb diets and unsustainable workout programs. Today, I'm trying to catch my breath again after banging out a bunch of push-ups before this live. I'm here with one of my greatest ever clients, Mr. Jase Nies. Good morning, Jase. How are you, brother?
Mate, I'm doing really well. Really well.
I'm literally trying to get my breath back.
Yeah, I'm dead too. Don't worry.
Mate, so good. Hey, thanks for coming on the pod. I was looking at your results prior to this chat, dude. If you don't know Jason, you're listening to this podcast. I'm still trying to catch my breath, guys, just so you know. I am seeing a 30 kilogram change. 30 kilograms. So to put that into perspective, a while ago, as in just over a year ago, Jase was 118 kilos As of the 2nd of June, his last weigh-in, he is 84 kilos. In terms of his waist circumference, Jase was weighing in with a waist circumference at 126 centimeters. He now sits at around 90 centimeters, which is over 30 centimeters in waist circumference drop. Statistically, this has got to put you up there with the best ever transformations, brother. And look, I knew it.
Really?
Well, dude, like this is an amazing transformation. 30 plus kilos, so 36 kilos, 30 centimeters. This is big numbers, bro. So congratulations. But I want to focus this discussion on where you were a while ago when we started, bro, because I'll never forget you kind of put your hand up and then ghosted, kept disappearing. What was happening back there just over a year ago? Like, what sort of a place were you in?
Mate, I was different to now, that's for sure.
Mm.
When I first just hit you up and like I got a message back, I'm thinking, okay, it's a scam.
Yeah.
Didn't believe it.
Yeah.
And was keen, and then just thought, nah, not yet.
Mm.
And just went and hid.
Why do
you
think you weren't ready? What was that to do with?
Realization.
Okay. In what way?
I knew I needed to do something, but because you put it right there in front of me, just so easy, I'm thinking, nah, it's a scam. Nah, I'm not ready. I can't do this. I won't do this. And didn't do it.
When you say it was a scam, what do you mean by that?
I just didn't believe it. Just thought you were, just fishing to try and get something.
Okay. So didn't believe, what part I've never actually asked someone this. So what part didn't you believe? Did you, because obviously you've come onto my social media profile, you've seen a bunch of transformations, gone, holy shit.
Yep.
Then you've been like, these must be fake photos or something, or?
Yeah, pretty much. I thought everything was just photoshopped and
Right. Okay.
It couldn't be true.
Okay, that makes sense. What when you're at your heaviest, close to 120 kegs, how tall are you, by the way?
5'9"-ish.
5'9". Okay, so call it 175 centimeters. Yep. Okay, cool. So roughly the same as me. So you're 120 kilograms. For reference, I'm 85 kilograms. So we're the same height. That puts it into perspective. You and I basically weigh the same now.
Jesus.
What impact was that having on you, man? Like what was going on? Perhaps answer why you put the weight on in the first place.
I put the weight on because I changed jobs.
Right.
And pretty much stopped digging holes for a living.
Right.
So, started just driving around a lot more and, sitting back and relaxing, not doing a lot of work.
Right. So going from like a pretty demanding role to more of like a whole bunch of admin and pushing around type stuff?
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Pretty much. It's the easiest way to put it.
Okay. So you got, was that considered a promotion?
No, not really.
Okay.
No.
Okay, cool.
No,
Right.
it was just a different job role, really.
Right. And so so this started to lead to you putting on weight over a period of time. What if you reflect now, what were you actually doing that was causing that? So you were pretty inactive, but you must have been eating pretty filthy and drinking a bunch of piss.
Oh, mate, I was to smoke out, I'd have a meat pie and a donut or a cake of some sort, washed down with like an oak big, just like a 600ml milk.
Yeah.
That was about 9 o'clock, and then by lunchtime I'd have a kebab with chips.
Yeah.
And like a 600ml Coke.
All right.
Then I'd come home, eat the house, head down, and then pretty much get a pizza or something else for dinner.
Did any part
every day
at any stage, like, were you thinking at any part in time like this isn't good, or was it just like such ingrained behavior that you really didn't think about it?
I just didn't think I just had an issue.
Right.
I still thought I was active and looked good and everything else.
Right. Okay.
Just thought it was the norm.
Interesting. So what was it? I always ask this question. People have a moment where they're like, something happened and it made you become extremely self-aware of where you're at. Now, for me, that moment was losing my job and having a baby on the way. That was the moment that caused me to act. Do you have a moment that you can remember which was the reason that was like, fuck, I need to do something here?
I wake up with chest pain nearly every day.
Real.
And yeah, having real bad heartburn all the time. And that's pretty much what shocked me, thinking, all right, that's not normal.
How old are you for reference?
42 in a couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. So had you already got diagnosed with diabetes, high cholesterol, high blood pressure?
None of it.
None of it?
None of it.
Right.
None of it.
So you're sailing along and you're thinking to yourself, well, yeah, maybe I've got a bit of a gut here, but it's not the biggest deal. So I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. And this is where a lot of guys get to, right? Then the heart pain starts or the diagnosis happens and they're like, fuck, now I need to change. So what was it that made you decide to actually do something about it?
I also rode surf boats as well.
Okay.
And the crew that I was rowing with pretty much told me to get out of the boat because I couldn't do anything. I couldn't touch my toes. Couldn't do anything I had to do. So yeah, they pretty much said, "Okay, just get on the sand and yeah, just watch us."
How did that feel?
And yeah, oh shit,
Yeah,
it was shit. Told I couldn't do something that like I loved, and yeah, sat on the sand and drank piss just watching them.
I was going to say, how long was it between when that happened and you actually got started?
A full season, so about 6 months.
Wow. Okay.
6 months from when,
It
they
puts,
pretty much told me.
Yeah, it puts it into perspective that if you're out there and you're listening to this episode, that there's a natural readiness that needs to happen for a lot of people until they can actually drop the hammer on things. Right? And I think with you, we stayed in touch over that time. I'm guessing the times that we were chatting over Messenger was probably about the same times that you were drinking piss, feeling like crap on the sand. And then one day you decided to actually do something about it. And from that moment, Jase, you've been like properly all in. Was there something that gave you the confidence to really trust the process? Like, how did you go from like, this is a scam to flipping it and being like so all in? How did that happen?
I took a chance. I took a chance at it, and probably 6 weeks in was when it really all clicked. And I started seeing the scales drop, and I could see it in the mirror, and it was pretty much, from 6 weeks in, I just changed my whole mindset from this is just a program, I'm just here, if I lose weight, I lose weight, to actually going, nah, fuck it, I'm all in.
I'm looking at your numbers here. You went from 118 on the 4th of February, and by the 5th of March, you'd lost 8 kilos. So you're back at 110 kilos. So I think when you experience that level of early success, which I think is really, really important when you start a transformation, to really go all in at the start. So you create that confidence that if you keep doing this, the results will keep coming. Right. How did it feel in April 2023, which was only about 2 to 3 months after you started? You were 20 kilos down and you got back under the 100 kilo mark. What was it like to go back under the 100, under the double digits?
It actually shocked me. I got a shock. Like thought it was coming, but once I jumped on the scales and seen, I'm like, oh shit, I've done it. Like, and I thought, yeah, I'm happy, and I'm happy, I'm done, sweet, happy days. Just not knowing I was going to go on to lose a few more kilos after that.
Another 12 to 15. So, what were the major things that you had to learn? I'm guessing it's going to be something around the nutrition component, but were you training in a gym at any point in time prior or not? No.
A little bit, but that was just kicking stuff around, just there.
Yeah. So what were the biggest changes that you made to lose the first 20 kilos? Because I think a lot of people would love to know that.
Yeah. Pretty much every day I'd get the 10,000 steps. I'm still doing that. I'm 490 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I have not missed a day yet. Um, Nearly every day I was at the gym, every night from about 9:30 at night. I'd be there till
Wow.
about 11ish. Just going hard,
What
killing
was
myself.
what was the theory behind training late? Was that just you trying to fit it in somewhere?
That just worked. Like I tried mornings, and then tried after work, and then just nights just clicked,
Mm, mm.
and it was just a whole different feel at the gym, and I just wanted to do it.
People ask the question all of the time, what's the best time to train? And the answer to that is very simple: whenever you can train.
Yeah,
Because I think a
pretty
lot of
much.
us, what we do is we think to ourselves, oh no, but this, but the morning would be better. And we overthink it when actually the reality is if you've got kids and you're busy as fuck, you train when you can train. You do it when you can fit it in. You don't worry. It's like when it comes to meal timing. When's the best time to eat? It's irrelevant. It's
That's
about
it.
the calories, right? Hey, you started to feel strong. You started to get confident. When did you start opening up your eyes to, rather than running away from the pain of the past, which is, I don't like this guy anymore. I don't want to be the fat dude, to what can I see? I've got a sense it was somewhere. What can I see in my future? I've got a sense it was somewhere around when you came along and did the 10K run for the Sydney Marathon. Is that in and around when you started to believe, look, I can start to do some cool shit here?
It was when I actually did the Beta Bay 12K, probably
Right.
3 4 months prior to doing the 10K, just like in Sydney, was when I ran the 12K.
Right. Right.
So that was and once I ran that, it was like shit. I can actually do shit now.
How good did it
And
feel to be back alive? And at that point, had
oh,
you gone back into the boats?
um, started banging around a little bit.
Yeah.
I actually did jump back in at the start of this season and rode probably for a few weeks. So that was good until our crew decided to pull out this season
Yeah.
due to
Right.
work commitments and everything else. So
And you're sitting there with the new body, ready to rock and roll.
pretty
When?
much, pretty much.
By what time did you do your first half marathon? When was that?
November last year.
Wow. Okay, so we started in February 4th at 120 odd kilos. By
Yep,
November, we are at 87 kilos. So 30
yep,
kilos down and running a half marathon. Dude,
yep.
like the shift in your life now, at about this point in time, I remember, it was one of the biggest, it's the biggest signal for me that a guy is starting to develop some real self love. And look, beard, you know what I'm going to say here. Beards are cool, right? Beards are like
It
cool.
is.
But you had this big ass, gruff, dirty beard. And then you went
It
away to, I
wasn't dirty. It was clean.
think,
It was a
and then you,
clean cut, nice trim beard.
come on, mate. And then you went away to like Queensland for a week away from your missus and you shaved it all off. Complete bare bones like you've got now without telling
Yeah.
her. Dude, why did you do that?
I need to change. Needed to change. I needed something different. Just like she went to Queensland just then with the girls for the weekend. So I was sitting at home and went to get a haircut. And the barber goes, "So then, just what are we doing?" I said, "Fuck it, let's just take it off." And he goes, "What?" I'm like, "Yeah, get rid of it." He goes, "No, I'm not going to do it because you'll hate it." I said, "No, do it." He goes, "I'll just keep cutting it short." So we just kept going shorter and shorter and shorter. Then I said, "No, take it."
Where it's gone. Guys, if you're watching this or listening to this on replay, um, it's this idea of when you stand stark naked in front of the mirror, what is your self image? What do you see? And, to put this into kind of symbolic terms, I feel like when Jase and I first started, our communication certainly reflected this, that he just didn't like the guy in the mirror when he became conscious of what state he was in. And then 6 to 8 months later, here's a guy that's gone, I'm so proud of myself. I've lost a bunch of weight. I've run a half marathon. And my identity is not who it was before. I don't want to be known as that same guy. I want to shift into this new phase of my life where there's a new lifestyle that's possible. That's exactly what you do. Dude, where are you building towards now? What's the next big thing that you think you're going to knock over?
I know I'm going to knock over just like an ultra marathon
An ultra
in
marathon,
October. An ultra marathon, a backyard just ultra marathon.
which is 50 kilometers,
With the backyard, there is no actual finish line.
right?
It's a 6.7K loop,
Okay.
and you start just on the hour, just every hour, and you just
Oh
keep
my
going
God.
around. So then, like if you finish it in 45 minutes, just like one loop, you get 15-minute rest,
And you just keep
and
going.
then you go again.
Wow,
Yep.
dude.
And I'm aiming for 15 loops,
Man,
just like 100K.
what impact has this identity shift actually had in your life? Let's not talk about the kind of performance component of this and being able to get out and be about, but
Yep.
how has it changed you as an actual person, man?
Oh, it's completely different. I don't see myself now as overweight. I don't see myself as the person I was. It's just completely different. I'm
Mm,
actually looking at stuff now going, just why can't I do that?
mm.
There's now nothing stopping me. Absolutely nothing stopping me.
Dude, this gets me so excited. Look, I think anyone listening or watching to this probably knows that like Jace doesn't talk a lot on camera. That's not his thing. But he was pumped to come on here and share with this because I think that a lot of people, look at they got this kind of blokey exterior and they're like, I don't really care. And Jace was probably stuck in that paradigm for such a long period of time. The truth was, he did care. And when he started to actually exercise some fucking willpower and discipline, and as you pointed out, I think it's a great way to put it, Jace, is like take a risk. Because the
Mm.
reality is there's like the gap between where you are and where you want to be, that's always going to exist. And for you, that gap is like, can I run a marathon? Can I run an ultra marathon? And then you do that next thing, and then there's going to be another gap, and you're always going to be living in this gap. But if you keep playing it safe all the time, being unwilling to take risks, you amount to nothing. Nothing changes in your life. So, dude, I've got to really put my hat out to you, man, and congratulate you on the change. I think you're going down as definitely in the top 10, but one of our best ever clients. Is there anything you kind of wish I'd asked you or that you wanted to talk about on the episode that you haven't shared?
Um, no, it's all pretty much pretty cool.
What gives you the confidence that you're not going to put the weight back on? Because I
The
think your
community.
your situation, this happens all the time, right? Guys lose weight,
Yep.
back on. Guys lose weight, put it back on. What makes this different?
Being a part of the community. Being accountable just to them plus to me.
Mm.
Seeing what everyone else is doing just then within the group and knowing that they're all watching me to see just what I'm doing. So
Mm.
I've got to actually show up. I've got to keep raising that bar for every other bastard in there to chase and follow.
That is so freaking good. I think we might even leave it on that note. So there you go. If you've come into the podcast late, you've seen a guy that's gone from, to be fair, a walking heart attack, laying in bed with a palpitating, is that the word? Palpating heart that is like 120 kilograms and a lot more than that around the waist, a whole lot of abdominal fat, squeezing his heart, squeezing his liver, to a guy that is now attempting to run an ultra marathon. And that has happened in the course of just over a year. This is what's available to you if you're willing to take a risk. You know what? There's a million different reasons that we've got. I'm not going to say that they're all excuses and do that chat because the reality is we're busy, we're parents, we're struggling for time, all that type of stuff. You've got to put those things to the side and ask yourself, if you keep going the way you're going, where are you going to be in 5, 10 years from now? And trying to make a change in a decade from now, holy shit, if you're tired now, it's going to be a lot harder then. But be willing to just get a little bit uncomfortable. And if you want to take the next steps, then by all means, reach out. We'll have a chat about what you're struggling with and we can get stuck into a plan. JC, I take my hat off to you, brother. I love you. Thank you
Thanks,
so much
man.
for the contribution that you've made into our community and congratulations on the
That's
result.
all right. That's all right. I'm going nowhere, mate.
I love
I'm
it.
here for a long time yet.
Oh,
You're
gosh.
stuck with me, brother. You are stuck with me.
This has been the two Jases signing out on the Better Body Academy podcast. We'll see you in the next episode.